Hello, guys. We're playing. We're taking a break from Spiritfarer. We're gonna play a little game called Gray Block. So first off, thanks to the developers, Silver Hat Studios, for giving me a key to this game. It was just released October 26th, so like a week ago, and not that one. Although I do have that one. That one was like a silent ad. But yeah, this game was released about a week ago. That's the cat knocking things over. Hi, buddy. And I actually did have the key and the game for that week, but I've been away. It's been an interesting month. I went on a vacation, went on an airplane for the first time since COVID, and that was an experience. I actually got COVID, but fortunately it was a very mild case. It just was like a sore throat, bit of the sniffles, but I had that for about a week and a half. And then my wife and I, who were formerly married a year ago, officially had our wedding reception this past Friday, just was that 5 days ago? I haven't played the new Phasmo. I've seen a little bit of the, the new starting point, but I haven't actually tried any of it. But yeah, what else can I tell you about this game before we get started? The plot of this game is you are a patient at a psychiatric hospital who discovers some conspiracy stuff that's there, and you try to escape. It's a stealth escape horror kind of feel is what they're going for. And I'm pretty sure it has multiple endings depending on how much of the conspiracy you unlock, how stealthy you are, if you how many people you killed, that kind of thing. So the developer on their page, they're Steam only, as far as I could tell. They say it has adult themes, language, and violence. Those are your warnings for this. It's currently sitting. Hi, cat. It's currently sitting at $22.79 Canadian on Steam. They did have a Steam demo, but they appear to have removed it. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. And hi, cat. So I'm not sure if that's something they're coming back to, if there were maybe some bugs in it that they're trying to fix, and that they're going to release it, or what. But if you search, there is a Gray Block demo, but if you click it, it just takes you to the main store page. Yeah, so quickly, this game, I would say it still needs a little bit of polish, just from the tiny bit that I've done with it. Some things like display settings don't always save. So, for example, if I turn VSync off, you can see I can't actually click apply on it. And there's just some little issues like that. Or if I go to controls, I can see what's here. I can't change the mapping of it. Or subtitles coming soon. Sure. It only has normal difficulty and that kind of stuff. Just also another mild thing. This menu actually does have music, but it doesn't loop. So if it reaches the end of the track, that's just it. It doesn't loop. Because at first I was I thought there was music because I had turned it on, left it, and then I quit and reopened it 10, 15 minutes ago. And it plays for, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes, which for most situations is probably fine. But yeah. So all I've done of this game is I've hit play. I know there's an opening cutscene that's about 10 minutes long. I did not listen to it. It's unskippable, so I just turned my headphones off, opened Chrome and just did something else for a bit and got in and made sure I could walk around and crouch and that kind of stuff. That's as far as I've seen. It does, from what I can tell, have full English voice acting. And yeah, that's about all I know. I'm not sure how long it is. Considering it's retailing at about $23, I would like to think it's at least a minimum double-digit, 10-hour game. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So without further ado, let's hop into Grey Block. So we're going to start a new game.
Theo, it is my duty as a psychiatric professional and your doctor to have these conversations with you on a weekly basis. I also have to log them. These logs go to the lawyers go to the court decides your...
And what about them? What are they doing? Taking lunch orders?
Yours is a unique case, Theo. They're here to observe.
They could observe the cafeteria meatloaf.
They could, but that wouldn't be productive. Let's stay on topic, Theo.
You need to fire Gina. She's going to kill somebody.
Yeah, this art style is a thing. This is an Unreal Engine game. I can tell from the fact that it still has the Unreal Engine icon in my system bar. They haven't updated their icon.
Have you had any?
Nope.
How long has it been since the last? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Never.
Never? What about the girl, Theo? The incident? That's why we're here, isn't it?
Thank you, Samuses.
I'm in here because of my father. You know, the guy who's funding all of your research, the one who has an entire wing named after him.
In addition to the
They've definitely tried to match the lips to what they're saying.
Theo. Some have made significant contributions to their research, and yet their children are not.
You research humans.
We research abnormalities in human behavior. Theo.
What?
The girl.
What about her?
I want to talk about what happened with the girl.
Sure you want to come up?
Because I've already told you time after time after time. The girl was a setup.
A setup? Who wanted to set you up?
He was trying to get him to settle.
What are you even talking about?
Okay, Samuses wants to stretch while we're listening to this. I'm gonna have to stretch kind of over here so I can actually listen to this plot.
The slimy, philandering snake he is.
Because I can't pause this.
He figured he would hire somebody else with less intuition than her if she rejected it. Thankfully, she decided to learn my father's motives and confirmed that he was just a narcissistic asshole trying to rid himself of his only failure in life.
His only failure?
Being a father.
So, then what happened?
She made contact with me.
That doesn't sound like standard protocol for
Kitty
an assassin.
pie.
Yeah, I'm aware. She
You
told me
that?
who she was and had all the proof of the interaction with my father, and then she helped me escape. She put me up in a hotel, and she said she'd keep her ear to the ground and help me form...
He tried to knock over his treat bag.
Theo, these are extraordinary accusations, and...
Again, I'm well aware, and I have no proof of any of
Are
it
you done?
because I destroyed everything
You done
trying to get
being
away.
The
carried?
assassin's name, what was it?
Nikki.
Theo, I think this was more productive than our last conversation. Let's build on this for next week, okay?
Right. Well, I'd hate to see what unproductive is. So what's his price? What's the cost to get an innocent
What does
person diagnosed as
chat think of your new background?
Crazy is not a term of...
Yes, background.
Not even tied to a bed in
We're
this
working on it.
lab.
It's a work in progress, yeah. But it's better than these.
Americans are preparing for what appears to be
Tappy Chicken. I want to play Tappy Chicken.
expected to approach the U.S. area tonight. 16 inches of snow in surrounding areas. State winds of up to 60.
It's a lot of snow. That transition could have been a little bit smoother. Those like eye flickers are a little bit unnerving. Which actually probably works in its favor. It is very uncanny valley, I agree with you on that. Which is honestly probably works in its favor.
Nikki?
Miss me?
Miss you? Do you know how long I've been here? You abandoned me. Everyone thinks I'm nuts.
Oh, I'm getting you out.
Just like that? Do you know what the security is like in here? You're smiling. Why are you smiling?
I got in here, didn't I?
Wait, how did you get in here?
Do you want to have a conversation about it, or do you actually want to get out?
Okay, Fine. Let's leave.
Gonna be a blast using the roads in the morning.
The walking cycles are all... He's not even holding on to his club. It's just kind of like smushed into his hand. His hand's not even closed around it. Or he's got killer just like this muscle.
The hell?
Shut up. Trust me. Just stay right there as close to the wall as possible.
His head just went through that door. We got security cameras and guards. A weird Skyrim loading screen. I guess it's got to load in this map now, so it's taking a bit.
Alright, Theo. You know this place better than me. Let's find a way out.
Okay.
Attack the freaking guard and walk out the front door?
Do you like it here that much? Because I'll gladly strap you back to that bed.
Fine. Shit, fine. Let's go.
Okay. So controls are a little bit interesting. Crouch, I wouldn't have expected left control or C, but it's space bar. Also, she copies me. You okay there, hun? Oh, what can I pick up? What's this? It's a security key card. But yeah, so she kind of like follows. What the heck is going on? Oh, it looks like when I don't quite know, but she's doing that. Okay, so we got a video camera up there. Next, what are the controls? So crouch, we got interact. Listen for enemies is left shift. We can look with mouse X and mouse Y. Oh, is that zoom in, zoom out? Okay, let's try some of these. So I want to try listen for enemies and then whatever the heck. Okay, so I guess they would appear as like a brighter color. Okay, I don't know what mouse X and mouse Y are. That security camera should clearly see me, just saying. Sprint is Q. Works while sneaking, crouching. You have to hold it. Attack is left. Aim, use flashlights right. Middle is reload. Yeah, I saw the weapon wheel. P is pause. Inventory is 1. Secondary interact. Okay, and dodge. Okay, what the heck does dodge look like? So come over here. So he kind of like makes a dash to the one side. Do you copy me if I do this? No, you just kind of follow me vaguely. And then inventory was 1. Where's the thing I picked up? Card key. Okay. Okay, maybe card keys don't count. Okay, and we got these scores. This is how much evidence we have to transmit or pick up. If we're noticed by guards, nurses, cameras. Violence. How violent are we? If we defend ourselves, it also counts as violence. Attacks on security cameras do not affect this. Thank you for the clip, Samuses. Hacking access. Okay, so this is, I guess, there's probably 10 key cards or whatever we need to. And then this is Oh, it's just general item pickup. Okay. Objectives. Get out of the hospital, okay? Okay. So we can hack computer terminals. Okay, we'll look at this when we actually get... Oh, gee, this is a lot. I hope it runs actual commands. Okay, but again, we'll take a look at that when we actually get to it. Okay, so there's a security camera there. We've got some rooms here. So let's start with... Actually, let's see. This is sprinting. So you pick up like a little bit of speed. Okay. Did that go into our inventory? Okay, so we have a thing from Modern Health Today, Mental Health in America. Okay. Okay, so this is just talking about, and I assume this is, oh, that highlight is awful. So in the early 1980s, taxpayers no longer had the obligation to pay for the mentally ill, instead shifted to a private industry. This also removed regulatory constraints, but also innovations. Evidence importance, none. So far, none of these doors can go through. I assume just if you're in the green area, that's bad.
100 feet and we're already trapped.
We just need to get by that camera. Maybe we can deactivate it.
Okay, why don't you shoot it or something?
One, I don't have a gun. And two, that wouldn't be very fucking subtle, would it, Theo?
You didn't bring a...
About the camera, that pipe is leaking. If we follow the pipe, we might be able to increase the water pressure.
And disable the camera.
Come on.
Okay. This guy didn't have a gun, or we can't take his club? Okay. Pull the pipe into that room. Okay, so it's gonna swing around here. How far do you go? Okay, so I could sneak around it there.
Theo, camera.
I assume I can't go in that now. Okay, so what we want to do is once this goes by, and stand up so we move a bit faster. So we're gonna run. Make our way inside.
A valve? In here? I mean, who would have thought?
Right.
You're gonna take your sweet time.
I think I can handle it. Thanks.
Oh, you're threatened. That's cute.
Please, don't stop. You're doing great.
I'll be here all night.
We can't like pick up in like no screwdriver or pliers or a crowbar. Oh, that's useful. No, we can't take health. Okay.
So, is your wife, like, just an AI? Is this your wife?
She's not our wife.
Oh.
She is like an assassin who like set us up for a crime or something.
Why is she with you?
I don't know. Just felt bad.
Oh, so is she trying to break you out?
Yeah, so she'll like just follow you and she'll copy what you do so I can make her do...
Does she have any useful skills?
So far, no, but it's based on what I read in the tutorial, it sounds like she'll like do some hacking kind of stuff. Okay, I made it look at chairs in the corner. Okay, are any of you stuff can be opened? No. No. Hello, Avier, how's it going? Oh, that chugged a sec.
Shut up for 1 second.
Why is it? You guys can't see it, but in the cutscene, it just shows me how many items I have for some reason.
I have to go back.
Be fucking quiet so I can think.
Why is it you come back here and the first thing you want is a scold?
Block.
You couldn't have stopped at something useful. You could have saved up your points for something useful. No, you came in, just immediately want the scold. Oh, what is this lock-picking tutorial? Move the mouse and then hold the D. Oh, and I can twist it as well. Okay, that's interesting, but it's kind of cool. So your mouse has 2 axes. It has this way, which takes your pick and goes like this way, and then this way it'll angle it this way.
God, do you know what will happen to me? They'll lobotomize me. How are you so calm about this right now?
Lobotomies are illegal, and I know what your father was going to pay me to do to you.
This place doesn't care what's illegal, and you...
Why is that thing flashing behind
I
us?
don't need a gun. Now, let's use that breaker box to kill the power and get the fuck out of this place, okay?
Just taking a look around. We have no first aiders, no nearest first aid box, no number to call an ambulance. It's all great. Alright, well. Flip the breaker switches in the correct order. Turn off the fuse box. Use the A and D to highlight a component, spacebar to activate, deactivate. Okay, looks like we got info on this. Turn the center knob to 9 o'clock. For pressing pause for a routine check. Okay. So we turn the center knob to 9 o'clock and then to pause? Oh, okay. Okay. So that was the tutorial. I guess. Okay, sneaking makes less noise than walking upright. Makes sense. Opening the cat litter cut you? That is some sharp cat litter. At least the cat litter can absorb the blood. Oh, and we can hear through walls. And yeah, Q for speed boost. Tab to dodge melee attacks. Are you ready? There's no option for no.
Jim, did you run the toaster in the microwave at the same time again?
No, Susan. I think it was a storm.
Can you come take a look at this? The backups have...
I want to play Tappy Chicken.
Well, that'd be strange.
Wait, why is it still on? We killed the power. Can I hide under this? I can hide in it. Okay, can I enter this room? No. We got a security camera around.
We need to get to...
Wait, who caught me? And also, I didn't imagine it to be a restart kind of situation. Unless the catches carry over to your score. Or maybe just the first time they let you know. But I didn't see who caught me. This is chapter 1, get out. I'll have to reuse the breaker box. Okay. So I turn you. And pause.
Jim, did you run the toaster and the microwave at the same time again?
No, Susan. I think it was a storm.
Can you come take a look at this? The backup sounds like the computer back on.
Well, that'd be strange.
So it said a nurse caught me.
They're still on, and we need to get to those stairs.
Are you...
Look through this room.
Not without the right key card.
Look, that guard dropped his card in the kitchen.
Of course it did.
If we time it right, we can sneak past the vending machine when the light flickers off.
Oh my... It didn't say any of this. So we have to... So they can't see us when the light from the vending machine isn't on.
Theo, that laptop still has power. It probably isn't connected to the network security.
Network security. What?
We can access the files in it without being detected by the network. See what it's fucking.
What does that say? Oh, that was that thing. Okay, can't open any of those. Okay, so we've got two different kinds of left control Q. So if we do this, we get regular terminal. If we do, what was it, control E, we get this terminal. It does not have autocomplete. Sorry. We have a password, change M3. Okay. Actually gonna make a note of that. Oh, take care, Samus's. Password. Change M3. Okay. And so far we haven't read anything. Oh, there's a cat image. That's always nice. Network security presence not detected. Okay, yeah, if you tried to read an image, yeah, okay. Oh, decrypt. Decrypt. We have to put the password after JSOLOSKY. Change M3. Okay, we decrypted the file. Okay, so can I transmit this file? Okay. What's the other file? It's no E, just E. Chat Harrison. Change M3. Now we. Okay. Good. Okay, so let's take a look. So based on that, our evidence score is already 3. Being caught didn't decrease our stealth score. Maybe that's only until we get a weapon. Maybe once we have a weapon, it lets us decide how we want to play.
Did Stream see that? That
Yeah.
cat
Tail.
that cat tail?
Yeah, I can't see.
Come on, buddy.
Come here.
Holy shit, we did it! Let's go, let's go!
Move it. Hurry.
You can't do that, bud. Popeye's doing stealth. He can't stealth with your cat butt in the way.
You just went clean through that door. Hey, buddy. Okay, can't open that door. that one.
Yeah, me and Sal are heading up the stairwell to 6 to see what's going on. We're spread thin today because of the storm, so we're sending guards to all the stairwells. Floor patrols will be a little light. Copy.
Back! Move!
Oh.
Come on! I'm fucking trying.
Mickey!
Okay, timed lockpicking. That's anxiety-inducing. Is your shoulder going clear through my body? Oh, your hair glows if I look at it from this angle. That's interesting. Was this something? Okay, so we've got a report of a misfired taser prototype. Okay, so we can destroy security cameras with tasers, is what we've learned from this. And it's in the security inventory closet. Okay. Where is that? And what the heck is this?
Secure weapon storage. Filing cabinet and door to the room left open.
Whoever was in here was...
That flashlight will come in handy. I bet even you could knock somebody out with that thing if you snuck up on them.
What do you mean?
Okay. We can whip this flashlight as hard as we can at people now. Okay, the flashlight does hit you. The heck did you go? Okay, hi. Like a Skyrim character running in from off screen for a cutscene. Okay, bye, I guess. Okay, that's the stairwell. Okay, and we can't go that way, so I guess we have to go this way. Okay, and they just gave us a flashlight. Okay, only one side of the door actually opens. And it closes straight in my face. Oh no, maybe just one at a time. Interesting. And I cannot move with the flashlight at the same time.
Whoa. What is that?
The Church Institute for Psychological Research. Or as it's known around here, Gray Block.
That's the wing your father donated?
It is.
Holy crap.
We should really keep moving.
Okay, we've had a title drop. Oh, geez, how far out could he see there? I think that's a glitch. I don't think I should be able to see all items on the map. Oh, and that's a security how can I hear a security camera breathing? So actually, I apologize if this is annoying, but the best way is actually just to tap and release. That's how to get the best view of it, which I don't think I should be able to do. That's that room.
Ah, Mickey, stop!
know the light is bothering you, Ralph, but you need to calm down until they get here.
Please, stop it!
I know, Ralph. Just relax.
Please!
Ugh, where are those two?
Interesting.
Problem, Ralph.
My head hurts! Please!
We take him to his room?
What the fuck? No, we aren't taking him there. He has migraines and there's a freaking strobe light outside his room.
We'll get the sedatives prepped and try to black out his door. I don't know why you even bother with these freaks.
How about you just stand there and watch the hallway?
How about you don't watch the hallway? I'm not here.
What the hell is the room?
I've heard those rumors.
Like?
Remember what you said wasn't legal anymore?
Oh, I can see my eyeballs from certain... There we go. There's the inside of my face. That's what everyone wanted to see. That is absolutely terrifying. What have we got here? Sounds like they are abusing employees from other countries. Lovely. Hi, cat.
Cheerio.
Buddy, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, good boy. Alright. Buddy. Hey. Hey. Oh, there's a guard right there. I assume I can't open any of these. Stage? Hey. Okay, so there's someone at the end of that hallway. Cheerio. Can't tell. I assume you're not looking at me.
Somebody's coming on the left.
If I need to, I can go back this far. Buddy. Oh, there you go. Buddy. I think that voice is supposed to be timed with that person who walked by like a solid 5 minutes ago. Okay, don't have access to that.
Get access to the computer in the security office, we'll be able to program our keycard to increase our access level.
There's a guard in there.
Your grasp of the obvious is impressive. We need to get him out of the office. Maybe if we can create a distraction, he might leave.
You want to make a guard come look for us?
Come out now, and I'll go easy on you.
That guard see us? Our stealth's still perfect. Something there.
I think he saw us. Be quiet.
How did you see us? Where did you see us? Like, you literally came around that corner or were crouched behind this chair. Did you see us through the wall, maybe?
There. We need to look for a program on the file system.
So we've got an access card. Let's try the... We'll try the other version this time. I don't understand that one. Okay. We got a password in there, so let's make a note of that. Password 2 is Go Hawks with an ampersand, or not an ampersand, the at symbol. 1-1, I guess? Yeah, that's a 1-1. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think that's the one we already took. From Cherry Pie. Oh, cool. We can meet hot, sexy singles in our area. Just looks like an image. Actually, what happens if I try to transmit? Okay, we'll take a look at that after. So we probably could have downloaded that cat picture from before. Whoops. So oh, okay. No, okay, so we get nothing from those. Okay. Okay. I think we've got everything we can from there. There's no map feature. Let's take a look at these rooms. Do I have access now? No. Oh. Is it just the one room? Okay, what have we unlocked here? Evidence. Useful. Small typo here becomes the least stressful. I think that meant least and not like you were renting an apartment. Oh, this was a lovely talk about art therapy until they get to the end of like, because they have an emotional attachment to their art, we can use it to blackmail them. Hello, Chaos. How is it going? What's in my DMs? Oh, nothing. Nothing today. Okay, this is useful, so I'm guessing we might have to use these 3 phrases in the future. Okay. Thank you for getting out of the way. Something over there. I'd like to get into the art room. Wait, can I smash glass? Okay, I cannot break things. She doesn't even notice when I'm shining this light down the hallway at her. Or when that guard was like, hey, come, I found you. Hi, buddy. Alright, can we move the cat? Security terminal. We've already got the flashlight. Is there something else in here? Hi, buddy. Are you playing too?
You should pull the camera down so they can see what Cheerio's doing.
No, he's moving stuff himself. Buddy. So my cat is having a wonderful time down here on top of the keyboard. You're directly on top of my mouse, bud. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, you... buddy. You can sit on my lap. You do that. No, you don't want to be on my lap. Okay, then you get to come over here. Alright. Where did you move my mouse to, bud? Oh, maybe I just don't have a mouse in the terminal. Yeah, we did that one. Okay, this is just a browser log. Aha. Can I execute keycard access .bin with the password, which was go hawks. One. Perfect. There we go. That's what we needed to do. So now with that, we can advance. We did chapter 1. Actually, we beat up one guard. Our violence score went down by 1, and our stealth score went down by 2. We have a very good hacking score, and access score, and evidence scores. I have no idea how many chapters there are, or what the scores mean. It stops in there for a hot minute. But it seems like down here is always a safe spot. This room looks like it's designed solely to loop something.
This is so dumb. So dumb. If I get caught...
Theo, shut up.
I love that glowing evidence in the trash can. It wants to go through the vents, I guess, after we break security or something.
What's the matter?
It's my file.
It was just out in the open?
How?
Well, what does it say?
Theodore Colden Church, age 34. Height, weight, yeah, whatever. Allergies, Diagnosis here, schizophrenia. Schizophrenia? Patient suffers from semi-frequent schizophrenic episodes and can't read the handwriting. Risk to the public? Patient's father is David Church, a reputable financier and donor to the Green Valley Mental Health Hospital. Patient's commitment came as father lobbied judge for leniency after patient was found guilty.
Oh, we're just holding the flashlight this whole time.
What a bunch! I can't believe this. This is a lie, right?
I do know Theo.
The lengths you went through to do this to me. How can they just make all of that up?
That's why I'm here. Come on, put that away.
What a spiteful, hateful... I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
I don't know which of these doors we came through this one. There's something there, which we'll pick up once the light is not touching it. Man, they gotta turn the heat up if just like the snow blows through these windows. Okay. Grab this.
Did you bring a sweater? Isn't it a little cold for a tank top?
First of all, you don't even have socks on, so...
Okay, that way is just locked like that. Okay. Well, let's see what this one we picked was. So they have wealthy financial backers. That's all that says. Okay, can we go the other way, actually? Security guards, don't worry about that door. Just open on camera. It's fine. It's nothing, I promise. Okay, there's nothing over here. Nothing there. Can't open that door. We know. So they're working for the Black Hand. Origin means nothing. Okay. What is... Okay. Oh. Just like real life, I can't spell anything I'm trying to go into. Okay, we've got a new password, which is password. So password 3 is P at symbol SSW0RD. Okay. Okay, this is actually a nice bit where you get to see the same email on a bunch of different people's computers, which actually makes it seem like a corporate email that went out to everyone. That's kind of nice. Same with this. I assume that you won't believe is the same, and we can't see it because it's a picture. Yeah. Only 24.99% interest rate. I guess it's a rewards card, so... Also, that closing link is not... That links to nothing. Oh, I want to read pizza. We're on this list. Kemlar. Okay, decrypt from Kemlar. What was it? P ampersand SSW0R. Okay, we'll take a copy of this because we'll need that later to trip all the cameras. And then we'll read this last. 342983. Oh, that's so nice of them. Their friend needs to transfer $50 million US, and they'll give them half if they help out. That's so nice of them. And what did we uncover? Pizza is useful. Okay, that memo. Okay. Okay. So what did it say? Okay, so I don't care about the online. What we care about is the flipping 5 before 6 will trip all the cameras in the hallway. So I think we just have to hit 5, then 6. I'm going to assume that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. It's hardly hacking, but it is what it is. So if that was right, all of these cameras. Yeah, they're not quite disabled, they're just acting funky. Is this anything? No. Okay. Something in there. Okay, this. Have fun. I was just say have fun getting through that door, but then she just opened it. Okay, so somewhere there'll be a fuse box written in German.
But guys, you're still taking the over for 50. Wolf's defense is looking shaky.
Okay, so we need more access on those ones.
Come out now.
And come out. Not go back. I don't know, maybe the running? I don't know. He's stealthing over there like a thief character. Their AI is weird. It seems like he knew where I was, but then came here, and because I was crouching behind this office chair, he just couldn't see me anymore. I don't know, it's weird. Alright, what was that thing we picked up? Okay, so when I am in this menu, it is paused. Okay, so they're fast-tracking some kind of drug to help with people with moderate to severe psychological ailments. Oh, and they're just like, oh, if they don't approve this, they just hate America. Yeah, that's how you get people to like you. You just tell them if you don't agree with you, you just hate America. Anything over here? And this... No.
I think he saw us.
Stop right there.
I think he saw us.
Oh, it's the...
Damn it, the camera saw us.
Well, I think we're toast here. But we still can't go back. Alright, so we learned... So one, they can see you through that glass, and the camera, it looks like it was actually a little bit wider than its field of view. And the flashlight, if you use it enough, it just breaks. So... It was good for 4 hits, which is enough to take down 2 people. Each one was 2 hits. I don't know where this is going to put us back at. Okay, that's a pretty fair... Do I need to recollect the evidence? Yes. Okay, all things considered, that was pretty fair. Oh, that opens. Okay. Okay. Baths.
Now, this doesn't look so bad. It's like a jacuzzi. You don't like jacuzzis? Are you crazy? Ooh, sorry, Theo. I mean, it's just unusual.
Okay. Progress.
Whoa.
Theo, what is this?
I think this is the room.
You think? How did you not know about this? It's right next.
I don't know. I never saw anybody come in here. I'd never thought anything of it.
What in the fuck?
I thought he was lying.
He?
Harry, Yeehaw Harry. I don't know what it is or what it does, but I used to talk to this guy, and he was all over the place. He had a bad speech impediment. It was really hard to understand. He disappeared for like a week and the nurses wouldn't say anything. When he came back, he would babble about a room, a white room and a red light.
And that's this thing?
It must be.
We have to find out what it does, and we need a picture. Nobody is going to believe us.
I don't know how we take a picture. I also don't know why there's an agenda item. Why is this just a Google Calendar? Okay. Test notes. Oh, right. I want this interface, please. Thank you. Geez, I'm typing real commands. I knew it was going to happen eventually. I mean, this is basically proof that they are performing laser lobotomies. What was this called? That's only useful. Can we configure that thing? Hi, buddy. So, like, auto crouch under some stuff, which is kind of weird. Buddy, please. I don't see where, if anywhere, that I can configure this. Buddy. Okay, I don't think I can do anything with it. Maybe later we can get a camera and take a picture of it. So we're talking about getting a picture of it. Come on, buddy. I can kind of pet you over here.
Another security camera. We can probably increase our access if we can use it. Feeling more confident now? No panic. Oh my god, they're gonna scoop my eyeballs out of my head with a hot spoon.
That was,
Through that. I think that comes out of that door there. Yes, okay. This goes by, we'll confirm. Oh no, it doesn't. Who the heck saw us? The guy over there? Can I head over here? This document. Some big shot venture capitalist, okay. It's literally a dude in that computer. I don't know what that said or where it came from. Why is this guy creeping like this? Who walks like this? Oh, these scores go... What I thought these were going to max out at like 10. They go much higher. Actually, what's our current objective? Oh, can I just turn on all of these? Perfect. so now this is a dead end. What did you see?
They don't pay me enough for this.
So I don't know what, like... Oh, there's my flashlight pieces. So I don't know what caused him to come out. Cheerio. Oh, those documents aren't important? Alright, I think this is the... Yeah, okay. Take that. So some guy somewhere just has all of his password just on like a note on his desk. Okay, so we got a new password. Password 4, which is W at XM. What was that? $? Oh, wax my ass. That's what they changed the password to. To which he replies, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot or WTF. Okay. Okay, so decrypt key code. So execute. Oh, we could have just done execute this with the password rather than decrypt it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Cheerio. So now have increased access.
Question?
Really? Right now?
When my dad
Okay.
approached you, what did he ask? What did he do that made you reach out to me? Because I've read about, like, hitmen. Sorry, women.
Oh, God.
And you, like, have a code, right?
Lay off the RPGs, Theo.
There's flowers. I thought that was the thing. No, that's flowers clipping through. We got the taser. We can disable that camera, which would be a faster shortcut back. Got someone in a room here. Oh, no, nice bright yellow hair, my dude.
Whoa, what
Holy,
the fuck?
what the hell happened?
She just...
Is she, like, a goner?
Game hint, get her.
Yeah, she's fucking toast.
Oh, man, they're gonna blame this on us.
Come on, let's go through the cafeteria before somebody finds her.
Okay, I think that was supposed to happen. Can't get that. Cheerio. Anything up here before we advance?
We're trapped. The fucking door's locked.
Oh, crap.
Quick, to the left. Hide. Let's try to get to the kitchen. Maybe we can leave it out there.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, game. I mean, I assume they have a set walk cycle. I think we're getting caught on this one. Why are you guys like just both coming here? Okay, so if they both go to that corner, I think there was just the two. If they both go to that corner together, then we can slip around the back side.
We're trapped.
Oh,
The fucking door's locked.
Oh,
Quick, to the left. Hide.
They said to the
We
left.
get to the kitchen. Maybe we can leave them out in there.
Okay. What?
But if they're just gonna do a lap of that, like, center table...
We looked. You think a patient took down the power? Have they looked outside? Dude, you know how they are. Just, you know. See anything, Max? See anything, Max?
So when they both go to that corner... I mean, I am assuming they're on a standard walk cycle. So they're gonna both go to this corner. It's like... We're gonna make a go for it.
Damn,
Okay.
we're still too high to get out.
You wanted to jump?
We're running out of options, Theo.
Oh God! Now you don't know what to do.
Hey, Max.
Screwed, right?
I want to go check the kitchen. Maybe there's
Damn it! Split up and hide.
Oh God! This is it.
Have to actually...
Freeze the door's open. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh no! She's in there. I have to help. I have to help her.
Wait until the guards are gone, then you can help her. Like, she won't freeze in 0.2 seconds. But where were we hiding? It's like in one of those, like, cupboards? I guess.
Holy fuck! Stop right there! Put your hands up! Who?
You copy? Dangerous patient is loose in the hospital. Martinez is found unconscious.
Could we not have just let the guard, like, close the door?
Initiate full search for 4, 5, and 6. Approach with extreme caution. Address
And then, like, gone and opened the door after?
Last name Charlie Hotel Uniform Romeo Charlie Hotel.
Okay, that looked like a checkpoint. So maybe that was end of... I think we were in chapter 3? I think? I've been kind of getting lost at what chapter's what. Escaping that first floor, I think, was chapter 1. Making it to the cafeteria? Was that... Or no, making it... No. It'll just... There we go. Chapter 2. Okay, so now we're in chapter 3. Just made it up into the air vent, I guess. Okay. How do we get... Okay. I'm just not going to explain. I cannot go any faster.
Are we
I
gonna
cannot
talk about what
stand
just
up.
happened?
Why?
I was about to have my face blown out of the back of my head, and you came out of nowhere and did that thing.
Oh, were you gonna rescue me, Theo?
I thought he had you cornered.
Tell you what, next time I'll be more helpless, and I'll let you save me by
Jeez.
surrendering
You move like a terrifying spider lady.
again. Of course, sir. May I get you a beverage?
Okay, we're done.
Stick my head clean into the side of this air duct. If you're gonna have a section like this, Like, there's not much I can do here. They should have had that conversation last the whole of this, so at least there was something I can do as I'm crawling forward here. Okay, we'll do the upper first, because you can always slide down. It's hard to get back up if you slid down.
Thompson stopped replying to his radio.
Wait a minute.
Copy. He was in the cafeteria, right? Affirmative. Get over there double time and let's hope he didn't run into church. That fucker always creeped me out.
Come on, Theo. Don't let those jerks get you down. Let's get out of this place and put the truth out there.
Yeah.
Three-way vent.
How the hell did you find your way to my room through this?
The vent system was a lot less complex in that wing.
Yeah, that particular wing was recently converted from an old storage area or something.
I still can't believe what they've done.
What are you doing? This is terrifying.
Places like Cobalt are taking full advantage of it, and they're doing their best to monetize mental health.
Well,
Do I slide down here? No. I go back up these, yes. Okay. The fact that it goes down doesn't seem to actually mean anything. Oh, I can slow down.
I can't see a foot in front of my face.
Considering what's been in front of my face for the last 5 minutes, I envy you.
We had chili for dinner tonight.
Theo.
It was a special tonight, though. Tasted a little funny.
Theo, I will break you.
Just like, especially because you don't know where to go.
What's that piece of paper? More evidence of malpractice and corporate greed?
I bet it's not.
Okay, some questionable funding.
A shopping list.
This section is far too slow. Okay, I think we did a loop. Yeah, okay. So now I'll go down, go to the left, which I'm imagining we'll loop back to if we'd gone straight in that original section. But now that we've discovered that there's evidence up here, I don't want to miss any of that. Where are we at? At least the cutscene didn't count against our violence score. That's nice. But yeah, again, like, this is incredibly boring, this section. If we could speed it up, or if there was just more dialogue that happened. Like, we've had a couple of bits, and that's fine, but, like, we've gone now, like, a solid couple minutes where there just hasn't been anything. Also, I love that I can go on an angle. Okay. We still haven't unlocked weapons, like tasers and that kind of stuff. We actually don't have any. Oh wait, we
Security camera, Theo.
have a gun now.
That is not like the others we've seen.
I actually cannot tell the difference, but I have a gun now.
We're on the 3rd floor.
That was the one that's completely locked up, right?
No patients have ever seen this floor. At least none that I know of.
In my experience, that usually means there's some incriminating shit to be found.
That goes back up. So I'm going to hope that there's nothing there, and we'll continue this way. It seems like this is the correct way. And now we're crawling with a gun.
Damn it! Thompson is out cold. That fucker straight up disappeared. Start checking the closets, the vent system, and the rooms. Find this creep.
They're starting to check the vents. We should jump down to this off.
Do this off. I guess we nicked that guard's gun and his walkie-talkie.
Wait a sec.
What's the matter?
I think this is Roth's office.
Is that...
She's my doctor. My father is the one funding her research.
Okay, not a lawyer, but that feels sort of less than legal.
When I said that no patient has ever seen this part of the hospital, I wasn't lying. The only thing we've heard is that Cobalt has an office on this floor, and they're the ones that provide the majority of Green Valley's funding.
Theo, when you get out of here, you need to be prepared for the fact that they're not going to just let you get away. There's a lot of money being spent to keep you in this place, and your dad won't stop.
People he pays won't stop.
Your only hope is going to be through shaping public opinion.
I need evidence.
Barrels of it. You need to show everyone the cockroaches hiding in their walls, because getting out won't set you free. You'll still be in prison, you just won't be able to see the bars.
I have to get to Grey Block.
We'll never have a better chance.
And whatever secrets are being kept in there have to be enough to blow this wide open.
Oh, chapter 3 was literally that vent. Is that an outlet on the floor at a really weird angle? That's actually incredibly annoying. Okay, yeah, we'd read that before. What is this network activity? Do I have to do this quickly now? It just looks like I can't do too much at once, which is actually kind of weird. Okay, what did we acquire from that? Critical. That we had to transfer a patient because our character Theo convinced them that I was going to possess their body and make them strangle themselves because we saw them chewing with their mouth open. So our evidence score is climbing. Maybe it's out of 100. Jeez. Is that something there? Yes. The taser? Oh, that's a... It's, the heck is that? Camera? It's not how you hold a camera, my dude. He's got his camera. Instead of, you know, like doing like one of these, he's pointed like this. Like he's some like old school reporter trying to record your voice. But can you play the guitar? No. Yeah, don't accidentally shoot the gun. Trying to make it to gray block.
Damn it, the camera saw us.
No, it didn't. Well, maybe it saw you. I'm guessing we can get into that door. If that guard there doesn't get us first. Oh, cool. Thank you, Mr. Guard. Thank you. So we got drugs. Oh! I don't think I should be able to do this, but I'm standing on this. How did I do that? So from crouch, if you go like over the corner this way. Oh, there. If you angle yourself at like this corner here. Is it better from crouch? I know this is not going to help us in any way, shape, or form unless we can glitch out of the map. Okay, so we can get up here. We crouch. Doesn't look like we can out of bounds ourselves.
So 116 has side effects. Cobalt knows full well about the side effects.
And they're still giving it to you?
Well, everyone else. I haven't been taking it for a couple of weeks.
They don't make sure you're taking medication?
I got really good at tucking it next to my upper molar, and the new nurse assigned to me hasn't caught on.
Jesus.
Okay, so there's some side effects, and they have something that they tried to use to fix the side effects, which they've already proven doesn't actually really fix the side effects. Okay. It sounds like a useful thing to have. Oh, they've shocked Cupid. Which I assume is something that we can't. Yeah. So we can ignore the from benefits and the from presidium. Okay. That was only useful. Okay. So if we increase our access, we can get into storage.
That looks like the data center for the entire hospital.
Based on my experience, it isn't. The amount of data that hospitals produce is enormous, and probably store most information off-site. This is likely for more specialized info, and their security infrastructure.
What you're saying is,
If we can get access to that terminal, we could raise the fucking place.
Okay, I was trying to see if I could activate it through the wall. The answer is no.
Theo,
yeah?
you said this floor is completely secure. No patients have seen this floor.
That's right.
Why does it look like a children's playroom?
I don't know.
Are these creeps running experiments on children, Theo?
We need to find out what they're doing.
Gray block?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we get to gray block? Maybe if we go back through that one room, avoid the camera. Oh, there's also... Oh no, we went through that one to avoid the camera. I don't have access to this door. I don't have access to storage. No key cards or anything lying around. Okay, we can slip by here. That's not open. Did we try this room? I don't think I did, but... Okay.
These damn shoes. Give them blisters.
From this perspective, it looks like you're in a Phasmo map.
I've glitched on top of this barrel now. Oh, I can climb that. I don't think I should be able to climb that. And I can't out of bounds myself on this map doing this. Stop opening the door, lady. Not appear like I can out of bounds myself on the map. White, blue, yellow, red. Okay. White, black, yellow, red. What is this? Oh, thank you. He's coming.
What's wrong with this?
No idea how long he's away for. I'm guessing this doesn't have anything useful. Oh, okay, actually. We have a username. Hello, Hat. How's it going? So we have a username. We're on number 5. Is Go State. Okay. Okay. I assume maybe we have a... Okay. That was it for that, right? That was in... Sure, let's take that. Oh, not transmit. I probably spelled it wrong. Okay. Okay. fine.
Hasn't seen the pictures that leaked of Vic Vance.
I'm guessing you have a password. Okay. We read every file. We did see a note that there was someone who just had it, like, nearby. Your trash? No, oh, I can stand on your trash. Maybe I. Oh no, I don't. I don't like that version of your command line. There, I am trying real commands again. Maybe there's something else in light browser, or maybe that was. Maybe Ghost 8 is the password, but let's. He's just trying to access his WordPress site. Okay, let's try that. So it's sec keycard access dot bin with go state. No, that was it. Beautiful. Okay, and actually, let's open up our objectives. Where am I trying to get to? Trying to get to... Gray block is over there. Isn't there something? A door or two we couldn't access? Oh, this door, I think, was one. Yes, there we go. That looks like something I can pick up.
Mark Knoll is a fucking snake.
Drops like 3 or 4 F-bombs and then respectfully sent from the desk of Mark Knoll. This poor dude who's just doing his job.
Simply do not become more self-serving and blatantly corrupt.
Isn't he the one that's calling the people opposed to 116 un-American and accusing them of having a financial interest in obstructing the release of it?
That's him.
And he's the one with a financial stake in getting 116 released.
Just classic projection. Commit a crime and accuse your enemy of doing the exact thing that you did before they can accuse you. The third party is not accusing you of committing the crime you accuse them of isn't exactly the strongest story.
Somehow made it inside that desk. Alright. More command line skill time.
Has anyone beat Thompson yet?
I'll take that, thank you very much. Oh, that's wonderful. We got a 25% off for a gym membership. World of Fitness. Okay, it is home then mail. I've basically memorized the file structure of computers in this game. Oh, heck yeah, we want that. Third-party independent proof of your malpractice? Yes, I want that. Sure, well, let's add that. So what have we acquired? Really importance none 3-month thing that uncovered numerous instances of malpractice. Yeah, that one's critical. What are we at? We're at 42 for Evan, so I'm guessing it is actually out of 100. Maybe it's this minus like our how many times we've had to be violent / stealth. Our pickup score isn't high, which worries me. Lady. What's the direction we need to go in? Gray block is that way, okay. Oh, that's a guard. Yeah, just hide natural. Mr. Guard, are you okay? Okay. Good luck with whatever that was. I think your pathing is a bit messed up there, lady. What have we got over here? Why do they just have all these pianos? Would it not be so annoying if you're off, like your boardroom is here, you're having like an important client meeting, and someone just comes in and just like sits down at the piano and starts playing? Well, this might have been a bad idea. Oh, this might have been a good idea. Can I go through here? I'm gonna guess the answer. Looks like where we can go next. Well, if that just looked like reality glitched a tiny bit. That's something. Thank you. Oh, no. Thank you. Take that. Pig. Out home. Yeah, those ones don't matter. Yeah, that doesn't prove anything.
Hey, you're doing something with this project Juventus in Grey Block.
And they almost referred to it as the project down the hall.
They talked about that. That makes me think this message is important, even though there's not much in here. To a critical, okay. Those were quite high. We're almost at a passing grade on evidence. And also, whoever is like IT security of this place should be ashamed. I've hacked into literally every computer along the way, and some of that include giving me higher access. These ones tend to be spam, but let's see. Yep. Okay, we already have a copy of that one. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, so somewhere here is a password. Okay. Okay. There's something around here that might give us a clue. Otherwise, you're the first person with information I've not been able to... Hi, cat. Try the visual interface. Hi, cat. You can't read because you're in the way. There you go. Okay. You were successfully the first person who's not just had blatant passwords in plain sight or in emails. Good on you, oh, you Vic Vance. Oh, didn't we get some... I just say go away. Poor Aiden. They just like
Gross, what a mess.
lock him up in this back room.
Occupationally opposed to ranged weapons.
Not the same thing. This is squalor. The floors are sticky and oh my god, you're barefoot.
Stop opening the doors, lady. Okay. So what was that first thing we got? Okay, it's the bank that they use as money laundering. That's great. Let's try this one, actually. Oh, there's his password. Beautiful. Run password 6. I'm the boss with a 0 for the O. Take that. Sure, we'll take that. Okay. So now we have the password for that other guy. Thank you, IT guy. I'm sorry they stuck you in this back corner. I'm just gonna take this, even though I'm sure it does absolutely nothing. I just think it's funny.
Quickly claimed the spot on the bestsellers list. Has publicly stated that the album is an expression of her human energy and the experience of getting back to her roots when she took cello lessons from legendary Philharmonic orchestrator Bartosz Dorfman. Executives at Presidium Bank have continued to assure customers that their money and information is secure despite last month's major breach by hacktivist group QAnon. The group, which claims to have no leadership structure, released a statement after the breach in which they took full responsibility.
How does this have any implication?
otherwise, on Capitol Hill, U.S. lawmakers held a hearing with opponents of the mental health pharmaceutical RX-116, who claim that the drug causes substantial side effects.
Let's go through this way.
Approved for widespread use. RX-116 has been used
How?
Dylan has publicly stated that the album is an expression of human energy and the experience of getting back to your roots when taking cello lessons from legendary philharmonic orchestrator Bartos Dorfman. Executives at Presidium Bank have continued to assure customers that their money and information is secure despite last month's major breach by hacktivist group Synon. The group, which claims to have no leadership structure, released a statement after the breach in which they took full responsibility for accessing Presidium's systems. The group will begin releasing information detailing the financial improprieties of prominent individuals. Quote, should the government...
So it looks like he just takes the shortest route back to his path, which was to cut through there. I think they're just... I think what happens is the guards have a radius of how far they can hear you, and it goes through walls, which is why you get weird stuff like, I'm running here, and he's way over there, like through this wall, through that wall, but he can still hear me for some reason. Escort. Oh, I did not even see that. I don't know, I was supposed to be able to make it through that, but I did. Cat.
Quick, hide.
Cat. Oh, cat. Thank you. There you go. Okay, so we can't go through there. Was that a guard? Oh, bye, Mr. Guard. You guys have really weird... Like, you clearly stopped your chase animation. Let me go, and then as soon as you turn the corner, then you're like, wait a second. Also, it should not be this hard to follow me if it's like, guard down, camera saw him, guard down, guard down. Who designed this?
Theo, do you see another key reader at the end of the sky bridge?
I do.
That's a problem.
What do you mean? We have Roth's keycard.
It's a 2-point system, and why all the signs back there say escort required. A guard stands here and swipes his badge, while the other person trying to get in swipes at the entrance to the building. We only have one card.
So we're stuck? Can you hack the key reader?
I can try, but...
What do you mean try? But what?
I can hack it, but as soon as I do, the entire facility will know exactly where we are. And I don't know how long the door will stay open before a security failsafe kicks in.
Well, it's not like I can just apologize and go back to my room now. We have to try. We have no choice.
Okay, I'll hack it. Be ready to run when I say.
What are you doing? Why is it taking so long?
Go! Now! The door's closing! We're not gonna make it!
A quick time event. What's going on here? That was your leg and your foot clipped into that. You just lost your leg and your toes are all gone. Also, I love how he's like, "Can you hack it?" Yeah, she sits down there and 2 seconds later is like, "What's taking you so long? Like, it's been 2 whole seconds. You should be able to hack like military grade encryption in like half a second."
Nikki! Nikki! What do I do? Yes, I remember. Okay, Theo. Calm down. You can do this. Let's go find Roth's office.
The heck is this music? Guys. Well, we found our way out by glitching out of the map. I don't know what was supposed to be there, like if I'm like not supposed to have access if something failed to load in, but that's a problem. I assume there's a save point after we just...
Nikki!
Yeah.
What do I do? Yes, I remember. Okay, Theo. Calm down. You can do this. Let's go find Roth's office.
Okay. We're gonna go to the right this time. And by right, I mean continue to the left. Thank you, door. So turning right this time, we're gonna go straight. also a lie.
What the hell is that?
Was there a different way we could go from this point? Oh yes, there was that way. Just for my sanity. Okay. Don't go that way, you fall off and you land in the abyss and you die. They know where I am.
This place is immense. Okay, Roth. Where would your office be?
Oh, there are guards here. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Okay, so there are guards. There is a correct way to go. Does that mean the guards that are in there are just kind of stuck because they don't have an escort to let them back out? Yes. Hi, buddy.
Nikki! Nikki! What do I do? Yes, I remember.
Buddy.
Okay. Okay, Theo. Calm down. You can do this. Let's go find Roth's office.
We got past that one. Or this one.
Man, this place is immense. Okay, Roth. Where would your office be?
Knowing a game like this, it'll be in the furthest possible spot that's hardest to get to. And may require getting like an access card upgrade. Can't tell where that light is shining. It's probably back middle or something like that. Or that one. Okay. Making progress. But also, didn't you say they would be on high alert? Why are none of the guards in here like actively trying to find us? That looks like an escape route. I think we want this one. Or not. Looks like we need higher access. Nothing in the lockers or on the benches. Okay, we've got stuff up here. Oh. Can we take... Can't take pictures with that. I don't know if I should be able to or not. Maybe I can only take pictures of certain ones.
What is all of this? More toys?
Yes, those are toys and not some creepy morgue. Oh. Okay. So we'll take a picture of that. That is like the worst picture I've ever seen. Yeah, and I think I can only take a picture of it because it existed as an item. Okay, we got a new password. Password 7, which is... Fatal Justice? Take that. Okay.
Alright, Roth. Let's see what you've been up to. What? That can't be it. There's gotta be more. Somewhere.
I'll take that. That's important. Okay. We're up to 72 on evidence and 60 on hacking. That's our current objective. Oh, that was before Gray Block. Thank you, Mr. Door.
Come out now. Get out here, you shit.
That guy's literally above me. He's on the floor above me. So yeah, this game's got a bit of work that needs to happen on, like the detection. It's actually fairly forgiving if they spot you, though, so that's nice.
That printer's on the network. Okay, Theo, let's level set. The odds of you getting out of here aren't great. If you can transmit all of these documents, at the very least it'll get people looking at Green Valley a little more. Like Nikki said, it's the only way. Taking it public. Whoa. This looks like the machine from the room.
There we go. How implicating was that? Critical. Okay, let's go back and see if we can get a little bit more evidence before we transmit it all. I've got cryo access. That sounds important. Oh, we need even higher access. He's still on alert. So let's go back to cryo. Okay, I don't know if we can access any of that. Okay, then I guess it's time to fax all this out. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go through with this. I guess that means we might try to beat the game today if this is gonna... Well, actually, here, let's do this. We made a save point. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and trigger this. And see about the end game.
Oh crap, I'm locked in. Okay, think. No sparks. What happens if I make a spark? If I increase the control speed in that, can I create a spark? Well, I'm not sure what will happen, but it's better than getting caught, right?
I wasted all that time going to the wrong side. got 2414. Okay, simple enough. Okay. It's probably in bin. I have to decrypt. Okay. Okay, what do we have? The heck could it be? All that was empty, right? Don't have anything else. Okay, I'm assuming it should be something that we should... What if we try... Where's that? T-I-A-L Justice. Did I spell that right? T, capital T-I-8-L J-U-S-T-I-C. I don't think I was supposed to be able to come in here. So I think I'm actually trapped in here now. I have no... I have no idea what I'm supposed to do to find that last password. Can I just glitch through these doors? No. Let's, can I not reload? Oh, I'm hitting there. Let's see, where the heck could that code be? Maybe it was in the printer room? So it should be somewhere new that we have access to. That shouldn't take too long because we're now under pressure because we have a, was that a 5-minute timer?
Nikki! Oh crap, I'm locked in.
Did it reload me from...
No sparks. Yes, what happens if I remember. If I increase the control speed in that, can I create a spark? Well, I'm not sure what will happen, but it's better than getting caught, right? Okay. Okay, Theo. Calm down. You can do
Okay,
this.
we've entered a weird glitchy state of this.
That printer is on the network. Okay, Theo. Let's level set.
Well, that may have just crashed the game. Yeah, that crashed the game. Alright, let's load that from our save rather than the actual... what do you call it? Than the quick save. But yeah, we managed to crash the game. Specifically load this. So this should be just before. And actually, we have the code for the other room. Let's actually, before we transmit everything, let's try to figure out what that code is.
Nikki! Nikki!
Hey, Panic.
What do I do?
I beat up Kaiser, made him tap.
Yes, I remember.
Hey, we're just trying out this game. We're near the very end of it. I actually just crashed the game.
Calm down.
We're in this weird state where we're in this area, but it does this cutscene and then jumps us down here. Oh, did it not jump us this time? Huh. Weird. Okay, well, we know how to get there. It'll be a bit of a pain. Do we still have everything? No, we don't. Can I load this save, please? Is that... Did it not save all that progress we did up until that end bit? Yeah, so there's like an escape sequence that we needed a computer password that I didn't know how to get. And the timer... Oh, and then I glitched myself in a room. So then I loaded last checkpoint, which crashed the game. So now I'm trying... I done a save just before I triggered the final countdown bit.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like it's taking me there. It looks like it's taking me to the checkpoint of this.
Let's go find Roth's office.
That's the case, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so we gotta redo this section of it then. Okay. Got a gun just in case. Although we haven't had to use it on anyone. We've had to club a few guys.
Man, this place is a mess. Okay, Roth. Where would your office be?
Can I just use the elevator? No, of course not.
Come out now. I'll go easy on you.
The heck's... You're on the floor beneath me, my dude. How did we get... Oh, he's coming this way. We can probably kite him around this table if we need to. Oh, he's going the outside path? Well, that's fine. There's no way he sees me, right?
Get on the ground now.
There we go. Better. I mean, not better that we had to kill a dude, but... security issues taken care of. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff that we could check out up here, but we're gonna just try to rush the end game. Maybe we'll check out this one computer now that we're here. Oh, come on. Thank you.
Miscarriage of justice? Is he talking about me? I don't understand. What the hell is going on here?
There's just a dead body on the floor, and it's like, yeah, no, that's fine. Really? We're not hidden enough for you? Oh, fine. I don't think they can get us here. Else that dude's dead. Okay, we couldn't escape from there last time. Maybe we can when it's the emergency.
What is all of this? More toys? Alright, Roth. Let's see what you've been up to. What? That can't be it. There's gotta be more. Somewhere. That printer's on the network. Okay, Theo, let's level set. You have to be getting out of here, honestly. If you can transmit all of these documents, at the very least it'll get people looking at Green Valley a little more. Like Nikki said, it's the only way. Taking it public. Whoa. This looks like the machine from the room.
Okay, let's try and figure out this first. Thank you for the hydrate. Got some door codes. Alright, I was thinking, is there something else in here maybe that I missed? Doesn't look like there's anything. Oh, is it? Did I miss something in here? Something in one of these rooms I missed. Got a bunch of other door codes. Collection fuel lamp. We have access to this room now. No.
Where the hell are we?
Okay, and actually once that goes off, I'm locked into this area. Oh, is that a 1? Oh, let me try this. I think I was using an L instead of a 1. If that's it. So that's TI-81. Justice with... Can't believe that was it.
Clean room control is maxed out. Let's create a spark and cross our fingers.
Game. Why am I stuck here, game? Oh, because it wanted me to just shoot that. I didn't transmit anything, so it's... Because I just wanted to open up this route so that I could go transmit stuff. I didn't just die there, did I? I think that's the end, because I just got a bunch of Steam achievements. Oh, and actually they're also appearing there behind my head. We got one for minimum violence. We got one for collecting evidence. We got one for beating the game.
Church, don't move, you little shit.
Fuck.
Am I going in the vents? I don't quite understand what's going on here. Okay, we are in the vents.
Oh, my leg. Oh, that hurts. Ugh.
Okay, we just have that like last bit. I'm going to assume it's not that way through the cage. Yeah, and it says emergency exits this way. Maintenance. Okay, so we're taking a maintenance tunnel out. What the heck is that?
Is that?
It's a fox. will say, and if that has zero bearing on the game, they missed their chance for that to be a Silver Rat, because they're Silver Rat Studios.
Just need to keep going.
Please don't make us have to hobble all this way. It's so long. This is exits that way.
Theo, what have you done?
Speak for yourself, Nancy. You're in worse shape than me.
Don't hurt me, Theo. I had nothing to do with this.
You don't tell anybody about me getting out of here, and I won't have to. Besides, you apparently already hurt yourself.
You can't leave. It's not safe.
Right, I'm safer in here. Where your favorite doctor is itching for a chance to use her laser beam toy to cut holes in my frontal cortex.
Theo, listen to me. It's not safe with you out there.
Okay, yep. I'm a regular menace to society, Nancy. All 140 pounds of me.
What? Why do you keep calling me Nancy?
It says so right there on your badge.
My name is Jenna.
Look, Nancy. Jenna, whatever your name is. I'm getting out of here. Tell Roth I said screw you, and tell her to tell my dad I said screw you too.
You are a danger to—
I'm a danger to my asshole of a father in this corrupt fucking science experiment you call a hospital.
Theo, that's not—
I had one thing, one tiny little thing, and it gave you all the right to take my life away? To lock me up and use me as a lab rat because of one goddamn mistake?
Theo, please—
Which, by the way, she lived. She's fine.
I didn't—
She's probably sitting at home with a glass of rosé.
And the others?
What others? There are no others.
Theo, please.
I've been in here for 2 years, and I've never heard about others. Have they been killing people and blaming it on me out there?
Theo, please. Yeah, Theo, please.
We have working feet again.
What is this place?
It's time for more walking. Yes, but oh, can I run? Thank you, jeez.
Where am I?
Desk now.
Where did that come from?
Oh, this one only has this method of access, by the way. We know.
You have a difficult time processing emotion. Why do you think that is? Can you tell me about your childhood? You sense deep resentment towards your father. You're David Church's boy, right? Talks a lot about that. Do you hear voices?
Who's asking?
Nothing bad. Just the standard rich dad stuff. Do you see things sometimes that seem so real, but then just aren't there?
What did my father want to know?
Sorry if I offended you. Does it often feel like all of these disconnected pieces fit into a simple picture and you're absolutely certain of the result?
Did he send you here?
I was just trying to make conversation. What are you doing? But they couldn't be arranged any other way.
What else is with you? Talk. Tell me.
Let go of me! You're the only sane person left. In a world gone mad.
Honestly, I don't know what happened. Based on that ending, seems like we have some mental health issues. That girl was never there with us in that whole escape because she was dead. Sounds like we murdered a bunch of people and kind of have that repressed. So, if that's the case, did any of this really happen? Did we escape? How could we have without her there to, like, hack some of these consoles or break us out of a room in the first place? So yeah, overall thoughts. It needs some polish.
CC is receiving information on a breaking story out of the Green Valley Psychiatric Facility in Virginia. According to sources, 34-year-old Theodore Church escaped from his room at approximately 2 a.m. and led guards on a multi-hour chase in an attempt to escape from the hospital. The patient breached multiple secure storage systems and, according to nurses, was heard shouting wild conspiracies about the hospital's treatment of patients, government corruption, and even his own father's role in his commitment to the hospital. Viewers might recognize Mr. Church as the son of financier David Church that was convicted of the assault and murder of a 29-year-old Jenna Nolan 2 years ago. David Church famously mounted a strong legal defense for his son that allowed him to avoid prison time in favor of being committed to the Green Valley facility for life. It's worth noting the Green Valley facility is a hospital that David Church has made substantial financial contributions to. In other news, the winter storm that meteorologists across the country call one of the most epic blizzards in history lived up to the hype. Winter Storm Tiffany ravaged the East Coast last night, dropping snowfalls that exceeded predictions and high winds that knocked over trees and power lines. NCC correspondent Ralph Jacobs is live on the scene.
Okay, so based on that, basically everything was in our head. Yeah, we were able to break into several secure areas. Jacob Anderson has guards 1, 2, and 3. Oh, okay. But other than that, it seems like everything else was kind of in our head, that we escaped. Maybe we beat up some people, stole their key cards. That's about it. And again, I don't know if I messed this up because I triggered the ending before, like, without submitting any of the data this time. Is the ending different if you had submitted data? I don't know. But yeah, so it needs some polish. There's some plot stuff that's a bit unclear, and like it's probably designed to be a little bit up to interpretation. But there's some plot stuff that's unclear, but more so I think the mechanics. As you saw, we crashed the game once, we glitched out of bounds once. There were several objects we glitched on top of the guard. Like AI is a bit wonky. It seems like they just kind of have like a bubble, and like they'll notice you even if you're like a floor down. Although if they do notice you and you hide, it is actually rather forgiving. And obviously there's a bit of issue with the saving there right at the end, because we lost like a solid 20 minutes of time. But overall, it's a solid attempt. I can't remember. This might be their first game. I don't remember if it's on. Maybe it's like their second. But yeah, it's a solid game. And put in some work. Oh yeah, and the other thing is there were those sections that were just painfully slow, and there wasn't much to do in the vents, and kind of there at the end. Yeah, those are, I guess, my two complaints. What else? Is there anything else? The hacking thing was fun, and I like that they had the two different options: the UI mode and the terminal mode. Those were fun. Their passwords weren't too hard to find. I think there was only one that I was like, huh, like what, like, is this it? And I could see it being overlooked, and that was the one where it was in the HTTP calls on their light browser stack, where they were trying to log into their WordPress admin site. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. The weapons, I mean, I didn't really feel like there was much use for them. Some of them weren't clear, like it wasn't clear that at first with the camera that I could only take pictures of stuff that was like highlightable. It wasn't clear that I couldn't use the taser on guards. I thought that was something I could do as well as using it on cameras, but I guess it's cameras only, and that wasn't clear. Oh. This took them 6 years. Outside of actual work. They moved 4 times. including across states. So yeah, based on that, I'm pretty sure this is their first game. So we'll see if there's anything after that. We've gone through the credits. We've kind of gone through the end game scene. I guess my only other, complaint, and while I received this game for free, and again, thank you to the developer for this free key, is we beat this game in probably about 3.5 hours. And it's currently got a value of about $23 Canadian on Steam, which would be... I'm trying to convert this into American. Oh yeah, there's the music I said that's there at the very start. What would that be in American? Probably around like $20 US. And it definitely has some replayability to find other stuff, to go like guns blazing, to go stealth. So definitely you could play a couple different versions of it. I would recommend kind of stealth is your minimalist run, your like low percent run, and then if you're gonna go ham and like kill everyone, that's your 100% run, just because it's easier on you in that case.